Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Salmons, and in each episode we'll uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, I'm very excited to be joined by Faye Chapman, the founder of This Is Coaching, a fitness and mindset coach who helps people build strength, confidence, and sustainable habits that support both physical health and personal growth. Faye's work goes beyond workouts and programs. She focuses on the relationship people have with their bodies, discipline, and self-belief, helping clients move away from punishment-based fitness and towards healthier, more empowered approach to training and lifestyle. Faye, welcome to Founders Future. Thank you so much for joining me today. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Let's dive into this. So, Faye, with all of my guests, I do actually like to start at the beginning of their journey. So if you don't mind briefly taking me back to what it was you was doing before you started up This Is Coaching, and then from there, what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah, so originally I'm not in the health and fitness space. It's not where I come from. I started with teaching. I was a teacher for post-compulsory, so 16s plus. And then I was going through my own weight loss journey. So I went through a 40-pound weight loss journey. I kind of did all the struggle. I did the eat less, move more, did tons of cardio, cutting out carbs, not eating, I did everything. And that was alongside my job. Then I moved into marketing, which is like another story. And I was personal training on the side. So I'd gone from my own journey to now helping other people. Then COVID happened. I got really sick. And I started looking at how the body actually works. So looking at hormones, looking at sleep, looking at those kind of habits, gut health, and how they all come together to create a healthier version of each individual. So after COVID, I decided, you know what, I want to jump in now. I want to live my life. I quit my job. I went all online. My personal training clients went online. And that was basically the start. I wanted people to shift from the eat less, move more mentality to how can we actually build habits and behavior change to change the physiology, health, and weight and body. That was the
Amazing.
journey.
Yeah, I love it. And it's to kind of using your own struggles and then obviously using what you've learned about yourself and then moving on to help other people do the same thing, which is really cool. And also the fact that you're looking to have a more sustainable approach to fitness as well, which isn't often seen in the online space. It's very much like instant gratification, instant success. Like we want this like picture perfect body, you know? And the eat less, move more is the very simple process of that, but everybody is different and every's unique in that way. So I love the fact that it's a pretty tailored custom approach moving forward. So let's dive into that a little bit more. So like walk me through, who would you say is your like ideal client? Like who do you really, really love to work with? And then from there, how is you help them and how do you support them along that fitness journey?
Yeah, I love working with women who have put themselves last for so long and they've kind of got the job, they've got the family, they've got all the things that they think that they should have. And then they realize like, but actually I don't feel fulfilled. Like my body is sluggish, it's impacting my mental health, it's impacting my growth for work, it's impacting my relationships. I don't feel like, I've got full vitality of my life. And then helping them go from people pleasing and perfectionist mindsets all the way through to I'm doing this so that I can be a better person for everybody else as like a byproduct of looking after myself. And then the actual change in confidence.
Yeah.
That is the journey that I love. Yes, the physical changes are great. We've had clients who've lost like 150 pounds, 180 pounds plus, but it's actually the mindset shifts and the confidence shifts that they have along these journeys, which is my favorite part. And I think is harder. Like you can get people to lose weight quickly, easy, but actually getting them to become the person that did it is way more difficult. And the payoff is better for them as well, not just for us. So the way that we do it, typically we use something called a FAST framework. So we've got the foundation phase, which is the phase that most people don't do. And in this phase, we are looking at their relationship with food, what they're eating, their kind of macros, their gut health, their relationship with food and other people,
Yeah.
and the punishment that people normally do. Like I ate a pizza, so now I have to go and burn off, 1,000 calories at the gym. And I've been there, so I know
Yeah.
how hard that is to kind of keep up. So we look at all those gut health, hormones, get them to understand their body, their physiology. Once that is kind of set, metabolism is raised, their gut health is good, mental health is good, all of the kind of pathways are free. Then we put them into like an activation phase. The activation
Nice.
phase could be a fat loss phase, it could be a muscle build phase, it could be they're going to run a marathon, whatever their kind of goal is. Then S is success, they achieve it. And then T is transition. So when we transition people, it's either to another um, activation phase, could be they've done weight loss, now they want to go into building or health or wherever, or they transition off, so more like intuitive eating. How can I sustain this without feeling like it's a battle all the time? So that's the process that we use with clients typically.
Amazing. And I love the first two steps. You're really building like a solid base for
Mm,
sustainable fitness and sustainable wellness, which, as you say, a lot of people miss out because they do want that instant success, you know, and weight loss comes, muscle gain comes
yeah,
after you've kind of built that whole process is there to sustain itself. So I love that
yeah,
key essence. And then, as you say, transition, and it's maybe we just work towards a new goal or we continue on the same one we've got, which is really tailoring to people's needs. And I suppose this is a very high touch point, like one-to-one kind of program as well. Or is
yeah.
there like a self-follow program as well, like kind of bundled into that?
Yeah, no, it's we've got a one-to-one aspect. So
Amazing.
the clients get a coach. We've got 3 coaches on our team. And then from that, we also do group coaching calls. So in the week we have group coaching calls and they get to bounce off each other as well. And the
Yeah.
community is like a really strong place. Like that's one of the things that they say they love about the program is that they can share struggles and share wins and share recipes. It could be anything. Like, it could be like,
Mm.
I've got a new job or whatever. They love the community aspect. And I think that's what drives them because some people don't have that support in real life. Like your friends might just drink all the time or, haven't got that drive, not interested in the gym. But when you've got a community of like-minded people, you feel like, oh, my clients typically are the kind of people like, I don't let them down as well. So they push
Yeah.
themselves as well. So it's a nice little incubation center, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, the camaraderie and like the team aspect that comes into it. As you
Mm,
say, you've got like other people to motivate you. You can share ideas and just have support from outside your like close circle. It's a really
yeah,
nice transition. I like that part as well.
yeah.
But obviously with all the noise online, and then I know you have a little bit of background in marketing, I'm curious to find out about like how you're going about acquiring your customers. So like what methods and channels are you really finding most effective in being heard and finding that right woman to work with?
Mm. We have, to this point, only used organic. So we've only used social media. Typically, I'd say most people start on Instagram or Facebook, or they start on Instagram, move to Facebook, but
Mm.
typically it's through one of those two channels. Although I am pretty much everywhere on Spotify, LinkedIn, TikTok, and all the things. But those are the two main ones. And then we get them from there into our Facebook group. From the Facebook group, that's where we start to nurture them. From the nurture, then we could do like a challenge, could do some workshops, any kind of thing for them to understand our process a little better. And first to help them as well for free, basically. And then from
Yeah.
that, then an application process and a whether we think they're a good fit. But yeah, I
Nice.
think having the right messaging is key. And this last kind of year, I would say we've kind of um, switched between or been in a transition phase of where we want to go and where we want to progress to. So I think navigating that with the change in social media as well has been a
Mm.
challenge, but it's something that we are working on.
Yeah, and it is a chat, and you have to stay on top of social media as well, isn't it? So that's like one of the half the battles itself is like navigating all the changes that happen and pivoting 24/7. But I like the
Yeah.
fact that you are using like a lot of like media aspects. I think it's all about key is to be top of mind and seeing that specialist in your
Mhm.
field, you know. So it's nice that you're portraying that across all platforms. Um, and then I suppose as you look to kind of move forward and stuff, would you consider adding paid ads onto your organic outreach you've done before and just really like gather momentum and consistency that you can build from social media?
Yeah, I think now that social media is becoming so saturated, I suppose, and
Yeah.
there's so much competition, especially in January, right? December and January is like the key for
Bit
this kind of
sales. Yeah.
thing. So I think now moving forward into the new year, I think that is a potential avenue that we're going to go down, YouTube ads and
Nice.
probably like Meta paid as well.
Yeah, Meta's amazing. YouTube too, and I love YouTube. I feel like long form content is really coming back into play at the moment, like with the
Mm,
likes of YouTube, podcasts. And if you have someone's attention for that long, you'd hope they're kind of like ready through your pipeline a little bit and good to go. And
yeah,
then
exactly.
do you have a team as well? They're helping out maybe with like the sales side of things, or even just with marketing and social media in general, or are you kind of a solopreneur at the moment still, Faye?
I do most of that, and then
Okay,
I've got two coaches who coach the clients. So
awesome.
they're more like client facing, and I do like the kind of CEO businessy kind of stuff. I always say to people when they're like, I want to be an online fitness coach, I'm like, if you're going to coach people, be a coach. Don't run a
Yeah.
business, because you get so um, your attention's pulled in so many different directions that you don't get to do that thing that you've
Yeah.
just set out to do, if that makes sense.
It's so true. You have like you do want to be in your zone of brilliance all the time, which is the coaching, but you're putting out fires 24/7. It's like a glorified job you end up with half the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very true. And then so like what are your plans for the next 6 to 12 months? Like when you think of that vision of expanding and scaling the business, like what is that to you? What does that look like in your head?
Filling up our team rosters, so making sure that people that have finished their program, well, they either stay, typical retention rate for us is about 2 to 3 years. So after that,
Mhm.
whether they transition into like an alumni group, or whether we get new people on, and the people that we get on, making sure that they are the best quality. I've definitely been um, caught up in the emotional side of business, which I know is not ideal, but when people are in um, such sad states in their life, like it's affecting their relationship and this and that. I sometimes get caught up in like, oh, I really want to help everybody, but really dialing it in and being like, Faye, you can't help everybody. You have to choose the people who are ready to change
Mhm.
and who want to change, not who feel like they need to. So I think that for me is something that I've got to work on myself. And then yeah, using the ads to open the funnel and then funnel it down to the point where I can be like, right, these are the kind of people we want to work with. These are the people who maybe later on are a better fit.
Yeah, so just and it is that readiness that once I put that investment in, as you say, it's like, do you want it or do you need it? Like, what, where are we at? Kind of, are you going to put this work in? Because that's
Yeah.
half the parcel of it. Is like you've got to do it. I can be there to show you, but if you're not putting it in, no one's going to be gaining from that. And a lot of coaches, a lot of founders find themselves in that position because you do want to help everybody. You know, you're in that purposeful role of helping the world kind of achieve their goals. So it just makes sense. It's just harder to cut through that. And then I suppose where are you finding the biggest challenge for yourself in taking that next step?
Is in that messaging to make
Yeah.
sure that we are bringing in the right people and not people who are like, oh, I have to, otherwise my whole world's going to fall apart. It's like, I'm ready and I want to. They might not feel ready to work with us in that moment, but they're ready to make a change. And therefore, like, we could give as much free information as we want, but they're ready to accept it and take action on that. This is the
Yeah. And
messaging and
you
positioning.
Yeah, and I say you also mentioned there once you kind of have them in the kind of your ecosystem, it's nice. You can
Mm,
nurture them, you can offer them the free resources, and when they're good to go, you want to be
yeah,
the first person there that's ready for them. So it's just
exactly.
yeah, as you say, kind of a waiting game sometimes, but you want
Yeah.
people that are ready to go. And
Mm.
then Faye, I have one final question to ask you before we log out. So, if you could go back in time to a younger self, and you could only leave yourself with one piece of advice moving forward, something you know now, but that you didn't know back then, what would you say to yourself?
Something like do something that you won't regret not doing. So I was in a position in my life where I was married, I had a good job, I had a house, I had all the things that I think I should have. And I was like, but this isn't really what I want. It's what I think other people think I should want. So will I regret not starting a business? Will I regret not finding myself per se? So do the things that you know you won't regret, not the things you think that you might, if that makes
Love
sense.
that. Complete sense. You can always go back, so just do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love it. And Faye, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing your
Thank you,
incredible
Olivia.
journey and insight with us. I had such a great conversation.
Yeah.
Where can our listeners reach out best to work with you, connect with you, and just find out all about the programs and everything you're offering at the moment?
Instagram is probably the best place. I'm Faye Nicola Fitness on Instagram. And we've got a podcast. It's called Hangry and Hormonal.
Love it. Hungry and hormonal. Beautiful stuff. Thank you again for joining us. And to our listeners, if you
Thank you.
enjoyed this episode, please be sure to go and check out Faye. And do not forget to subscribe to Founders Future via wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with one of our team and discover how we went from $0 to $30 million per year in less than 3 years. But until then, keep on climbing, and we will see you on the next one.